living and non-living things. Okay, here in last classes we discussed about different types of characteristic features of living organisms like nutrition process, excretion, next respiration process, like reproduction process. Okay, here in reproduction, spore formation. Other important process is spore formation. In last classes we discussed some other types of reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction, budding, binary fission, fragmentation, like this. This is another type of reproduction. This type of reproduction is performed by some types of animals. For example, organisms. For example, fungi. Main important here, fungi. When we observe the body of the fungi, entire body of the fungi is made up of number of filaments, number of long filaments, like this. Understanding? Like this number of filaments. Number of long filaments. Here we can observe, listen carefully. Entire this body of the fungi is called actually mycelium. Here each filament of mycelium, each filament is called hyphae. Each filament is called hyphae. When we observe the hyphae, actually after certain growth of this fungi, some vertical outgrowths are developed out of the ground or out of the food material. Although some this type of outgrowths, vertical outgrowths are developed. These are called usually sporangiopores. These are called sporangiopores. Or the tip of the spongiophore. In no-like structure is present like this. This no-like structure is called sporangium. This is the sporangium. Observe carefully. It is called actually sporangium. Inside of this sporangium, number of microscopic seed-like structures are developed. What? Seed-like structures are developed. These seed-like structures present inside of this sporangium. They are called spores. They are called spores. Understanding? Imagine here. Okay, for example, this is hyphen here. Observe carefully. These are spores. Imagine this is a fungi. Whenever spores are completely developed inside of this sporangium, sporangium is burst. Sporangium is burst, and all spores are released into the air. These spores, whenever these spores are fallen on the soil, moist soil, whenever these spores fall on the moist surface or moist soil surface, under favorable conditions, they germinate and form mycelium under the soil. And form mycelium. Understanding? Observe carefully. Here observe a new plant or a new fungi has developed now. A new fungi has developed. Okay, observe carefully. This is important one here. A new fungi. A new fungi has developed. This is one type of reproduction. One type of reproduction. Okay, observe carefully. Next, reproduction in bryophytes, means other type of plants. They are also non-flowering plants. Also non-flowering plants. Okay, observe bryophytes. Bryophytes, these are non-flowering plants. So actually non-flowering plants. Next, they are actually first amphibians. Amphibians of plant kingdom. Amphibians of plant kingdom. Bryophytes. Bryophytes. These are non-flowering plants. Means they cannot produce flowers in their life cycle or throughout life. They cannot produce flowers throughout their lives. Throughout their lives. They are non-flowering plants, bryophytes. They are also called as amphibians of plant kingdom. Amphibians of plant kingdom because they live. Listen carefully here. They live on land. They live on land, but they require water for reproduction. Water for reproduction. Means water plays very important role here. Gametes travel from one place to another place, or gametes travel to the female gametes. Male gametes travel to female gametes through water. Through water. If there is no water, if there is no water, plants are bryophytes. They cannot produce their next generations. They cannot produce their next generations. Okay. That is why they are also called as amphibians of plant kingdom. When we observe the bryophytes, for example, this is a leaf. When we observe the leaf on ventral surface, on lower surface. For example, this is a leaf, this is upper surface, this is lower surface. This is upper surface, here lower surface. Okay, here on lower surfaces, on lower surfaces, like this. We can observe small dot-like structures. Small dot-like structures. These dot-like structures are called sporangium. They are entire all called sporangia. Sporangia means plural word. Sporangium means singular word. Sporangia means plural word. Sporangium means singular word. Okay. Next, leaves which have sporangia on their ventral surfaces. They are called sporophytes. They are called sporophytes. They are called sporophytes. Inside of this sporangium, small number of spores are developed. Number of spores. Whenever spores are completely developed inside of this sporangium, sporangium gets ruptured and all spores are released into the atmosphere. Whenever they fall on the moist surface, moist soil or soil surface, they are germinated and form new plants. And from new plants. And form a new plant. Understanding? This is one type of reproduction. This is also by spore formation. By spore formation. Understanding? Okay, observe carefully. Observe. Next. Another characteristic feature of living organisms. Another characteristic feature is response to stimuli. Response to stimuli or stimulus. Response to stimulus. What is a stimulus? What is stimulus? Actually, stimulus means it is singular word. Stimuli means plural word. Stimuli means plural word. Here, what is stimuli or stimulus? Here, changes that occur in environment. Changes that occur in surroundings or environment. Okay. Stimuli or stimulus means changes. Okay, these are changes. Environmental changes are changes that can cause responses in living organisms. Environmental change. For example, environmental change. Environmental change. Change that can cause. That can cause responses in that can cause responses in living organisms. In living organisms. These changes are called. These changes are called stimuli. Okay, these are called actually stimuli. For example, hot climate. What? Hot climate. Hot climate. When we enter into the earth, when our body is exposed to hot climate, what will happen? What will happen? Immediately we run from that place into the houses. Okay, into the houses or to under the trees. You know very well that. When we touch a hot container, a hot vessel, immediately we take our hand back. When like this, understanding here, hot vessel or hot container, that is the stimulus. Okay, movement of our hand back. This is the response. Stimulus are environmental changes. What? Environmental changes that can cause responses in living organisms. That can cause responses in living organisms. Those environmental changes or any other changes are called what are they? What are they? Stimuli. Understanding? Responses means responses. What are responses? Organisms or activities that are performed by living organisms because of stimuli or to stimuli. These type of activities are called actually response. Okay, stimuli, response. Listen carefully. Don't confuse. Okay, what is stimulus? What is response? Stimulus means external change that can cause responses or changes in living organisms. They are called actually stimulus. Responses means these are the human activities or any other activities. Organisms activities performed with stimulus. Okay, it's important observance. Important. Okay. Now observe. This is a very important characteristic feature of living organisms. Non-living organisms cannot perform the responses to stimuli. Non-living organisms cannot perform. All living organisms can perform the responses to stimuli. Understanding? For example, when you touch a hot container or a hot vessel, what is your response to that stimulus? immediately you take your hand back. When you put your leg on sharp surface or sharp edge of the other thing, when you keep your leg or hand on a very sharp edge, immediately you take your leg back. When you touch a cool ice cream, what is your response? When you touch hot vessel, what is your response? Understanding? Observe carefully. These are the different types of stimuli and responses. When you get bitten by ant or mosquito, what is your feeling? When you see, or when you heard the word tamarind, what is your response? When high intensity light falls on your eyes, what is your response? Understanding? Observe carefully. In such conditions, observe your response to that stimuli. Now to observe. Understanding? Observance. Now let us do an activity. Like human beings, do plants also show these type of responses to stimuli? To animals other than human beings? Like human beings, do other animals also? Do animals also show responses to stimuli? Yes. Okay. Other than human beings, other animals and plants, they can also show the responses to stimuli. Here, activity can be. What is the aim of activity? This is activity aim is to observing. What? To observe the responses in Attipatti. In Attipatti means Mimosa pudica. This is the scientific name. Mimosa pudica. Those may not know. Okay. Now, in this activity, you have to touch the leaves of the plant. Touch the leaves of the Tasmina plant. When you touch the leaves of the plants, what are the responses shown by Adipati plant? When we touch the leaves, immediately leaves are folded. Leaves are folded. What is the reason for this folding of leaves? What is the reason? There is a big mechanism in this. There is a big mechanism in closing and opening. Okay. Of the leaves of Tasmania. Understanding? Actually, Tasmania plant is, it has one type of leaves. This is the leaf of the Tasmania plant. Leaf of Tasmania. These type of leaves are called actually compound leaves. Compound leaves. Here each small leaf-like structure is called leaflet. These are called actually leaflets. Okay, for example, okay, observe leaf here. Polymorphous leaf beds. Polymorphous leaf beds means swollen leaf beds. What? Swollen leaf beds is called polymorphous leaf beds. When we observe the polymorphous leaf beds, for example, this here, this is midrib. Here all cells are present here. At normal condition, water is distributed in all cells in uniform manner. Whenever we touch the leaf, what will happen? A signal is created here. What? A signal is created here. Because of this signal, one type of plant hormone is activated due to release of plant hormone. Water which is present throughout the polyvenous leaf beds. Throughout the polyvenous leaf beds. This water from one side means upper side. From the upper side cells, water is transported to the lower side. Transported to the lower side. Means other side of the entire water is transported towards the opposite side of the middle. In such conditions, because of no water, absence of water, what will happen? Swimness is decreased. Swimness is decreased. That is why entire this leaflet falls towards the tissue which do not have water. Okay, due to absence of water here, this due to absence of water, entire leaflet like this folds. Entire leaflet folds towards the cells which do not have the water. Okay, like this entire spots here hang like this are bent. Okay, for example, after some time, water again transported into the all cells. Water is transported into the other cells. Means through the all cells. Usually it takes 20 to 30 minutes time. Within 20 to 30 minutes, again this again this polymerase leaf base becomes like this. Become like this. This is the response of the Atipati to Atipati. Response of the Atipati or Tasmina plant or Mimosa pudica to touch. This is called actually thigmorphism, thigmonasty or thigmotrophism. Thigmonasty or thigmotrophism. Okay, observe carefully. Tasmina plants. All leaflets folds. For example, after some time it begins like this. Observe this about Atipati. Observe once. Listen carefully. Listen. This is the leaf of Tasmina plant. These are the leaflets of Tasmina plant. Here, leaf has swollen leaf base. This swollen leaf base is called polymorphous leaf base. Okay. Here, cells of the polymorphous leaf base, cells of the polymorphous leaf base are all cells are present in the polymorphous leaf base. They have similar amount of water in all cells. Due to presence of water in all cells of the polymorphous leaf base, leaf can get the stiffness. That is why leaflet is in upright condition, erect condition. Whenever we touch the leaflet, okay, what type of signal is generated due to presence of that signal? One type of plant hormone is accumulated in leaflet. Due to accumulation of plant hormone, what will happen? Water which is present in cells of the polymers or water present in cells which are present one side of the polymers. This is the one side, this is the other side. Okay, water from one side of the cell, one-sided cells. This all water is transported to the other side of the polymers. Means here water is absent now. Due to absence of the water, here swiftness becomes reduced. Swiftness is reduced due to low swiftness. Entirely flat. Here forms. Entirely flat here forms. After 20 to 30 minutes, water from other side of the Kalinas, this water is transported to the other side again. Now, after 20 to 30 minutes, water is transported. Water is transported throughout the Kalinas, or all cells get equal amount of water after 20 to 30 minutes. This is usually very important process. Remember. Okay. Remember here where this type of condition occurs in which plants actually Mimosa pudica. Mimosa pudica. Observe. Next, some plants bloom during the daytime. Okay, sometimes some plants open their flowers. Open their flowers during the daytime. But some plants open their flowers during the night time. During the night time. Understanding? Very important, remember. Okay, observe. Means this type of plants show responses. They show responses to light. Some show responses to dark. Some show responses to light and some show responses to dark. Some show responses to cold. Okay, like this, there are different types of responses. Okay, next class we'll discuss about other things.